Hello and welcome everyone to my channel. This is Cesar, Shark number 20, and this is your second season for the Iowa State Cyclones. Remember, we are playing on the Sim Nation College Football League. This is gonna be Draft Day Sports College Football 2023. And as I said, we are in our second season. First season was absolute rubbish. We did win only 2 games as expected. We took one of the worst programs in the league and we tried to do something different with them, and clearly didn't work. So what are we going to do? We are gonna talk about in this episode about stuffing and about coaches to see what are the best coaches available in the league and what are we really looking at when looking at coaches, obviously. So as we can see, you will receive an email at the beginning of every season telling you to whether, well, at the end of the season rather, to tell you to whether your coaches have progressed or not. So in this case, my offensive coordinator has become better at coaching offense, which that's very good because that's gonna give you an extra boost to the offensive plays that you call. So as we can see, he's pretty rubbish. It's pretty bad, but he has developed coach offense to 3.5 stars, which is, yeah, I think that's pretty decent. We could do better in other aspects of the game. I mean, instead of finishing 125th of the country, we finished 101, which is a progress. Instead of 124 yards, we finished 70. I'm sorry. Instead of 124th in the country, we finished 72nd in the country, which, yeah, I mean, that's a progress, I guess. And same, an upgrade in rushing, an upgrade in passing yards from the past season. So we definitely did better than the AI. And in our first year at the helm, we did put some better numbers generically in all the boxes, but obviously that didn't translate into success. So the first thing that we're going to do is to just, Mr. Roden, thank you very much for your service. You've been 4 years with the program, but this obviously is not working. So you are dreadful. As a developer, you are well below average in personality, and you have no clue what you're doing with the guys. So I'm very sorry, but we are gonna just fire you. Let's start with the head coach. As you remember, I did say last year that I was gonna take the things slowly, and that includes the change of coaches. So this year, we're gonna change the head coach. Probably the following years, we will go with the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. So let's go to the coaches. So as you can see, now the developer has kindly reviewed the information presented in this screen, and we don't have rather to click on every single coach to see what they actually do or what are the stats of the coaches, which I think that is absolutely fantastic. So we can have like a clear view of the coaches and we can sort them out for what are we looking for, which is great. So what are we looking for in coaches? So if we open, for example, John Klein for Florida, he is the Seminoles offensive coordinator. He's 61, 24 years of experience, just 3 on the league. So probably he was in high school somewhere. And then he got recruited to the Sim Nation College Football League by the Florida State Seminoles. So as you can see, he has trait of developer, and he's got pipelines in empty, I don't really know, and Texas. And I think, that he's ready to be a head coach. What do you think, guys? He looks pretty solid. He's really good at developing. He's very intelligent, very flexible, and he knows everything about the strategy. So I think he pretty much fits the mold for what we're looking at. But as we can see here, so we are gonna have to choose if we want them to be a little bit better at scouting and at recruiting. Let's see what we have here. Alright, so let's explain first what everything means. So the training section is going to be basically to tell you about how good they are developing prospects. So ideally we want at least 2.5 stars, which will be average. Remember that is out of 5 stars, as you can see. So 2 stars will indicate that he's not very good. It's not even average. So ideally in development we want 2.5 stars. Okay, and then detail, that's going to be about developing your elite prospects. If you are an elite program, you really want to pay attention to the detail. And then this is going to be to teach your freshmen, and then the physical abilities, and then by positions. So this guy is really good with, as you can see, detail and offensive line. Okay, so he will be very good teaching elite offensive line prospects and developing them. He won't be much better than anything else. Okay, so in regards of the personality and morale is always like that. So what I pay most attention to? I pay most attention, as you can see here, it does say morale and loyalty, how likely the coach is to stay at current job. So if we go to our staff, the morale should be different in there, shouldn't it? No. Nothing there, unless they are like really down. And they are really sad for being with us. But if we go to the champion, well, one of the best teams in the league, which is Maryland, and we go to the coaches, the morale is also black, so we are gonna ignore morale at the meantime. In the meantime, until the developers work in fixing that. And then we are gonna go back again here. We are gonna open John Klein this time. So intelligence, basically this is going to tell you how possible or how good they will be at developing themselves. Okay, so the more intelligent they are, the more likely is that they will develop. And also for coordinators, and I guess for the head coach as well, as you can all know, this is like kind of a gray area. So if, especially playing in online leagues, some of the managers, they tend to run the same successful plays over and over again. So the more intelligent the offensive or the defensive coordinator is, the more likely is that the play that they are running over and over again will get stopped. Okay, so you really want coaches with high intelligence that is going to benefit their development and is going to benefit the outcomes of your game by stopping plays that are called over and over and over. Okay, and then regards of the flexibility, as you can say, it does say here, John Klein runs a run first spread offense. So this flexibility means that he can play power, he can play RPO, he can play spread, he can play pretty much anything in the playbook that you want to put, because he's very flexible on how he plays. You won't have any penalties when running plays different to the spread offense, okay, basically. So in regards of discipline, this is a bonus to avoid your players committing penalties during the game. Motivating is to keep the morale of your players high. Charisma, that's going to be about the recruiting pitches and how important, how successful, more than important, your coach is going to be when recruiting, which that course pair up with obviously in the scouting section. As you can see here, recruiting affects how well they sell the current school to potential players. Okay, so ideally we want them to be a little bit better on recruiting. Well, Ideally, we want them to be 5 stars and everything, but we can't really coach that. Okay, and we can really ask for that. So you will have to pick whatever you want. And then my head coach, I like them to be as good as coaching offense and defense. So as you can see, there's 5 stars in here, in there, and 4.5 stars in preparation. So John Klein, he is an excellent head coach candidate. Okay, and it's pretty cheap as well. He's only asking for 2 million for 1 year, and he is just at 2 millions in Florida State, so he is clearly poachable. So we are going to see what are the coaches that meet the 10 to 10 criteria. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Archie Peace from Oregon. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate that he's so bad at developing people. This is very unfortunate, because he is excellent. He's really good at recruiting, and he dominates both aspects of the game. You know, he's not very intelligent either. He's quite old, man. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we keep looking at this is 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 10. Well, pretty good as well. Let's have a look. Ryan Legg, head coach for the Oklahoma Sooners. 6 years and a half, 6.5 million per year. That's a bit pricey for us. I'm gonna be able. Our budget is 10.5 million, so we obviously can afford something. This is 5.5, so we can afford something around 4 on the between the 4 and the 5 territory really. Okay, Xavier Ritchie is asking for 6 millions. Noel Powers asking for 7 millions. Ronnie Brockton, really good. Really good, Ronnie. I think Alabama Crimson Tide defensive coordinator. I think we found our head coach. Definitely. Really good at developing, pretty decent at detail, good average developer in skill positions and in offensive line, average intelligence, very flexible, great charisma, excellent recruiting. Yeah. So we are going to try to get Ronnie Broughton to Iowa State. We're going to offer 4.5 million. Which is going to be better than here. No, not 44. Don't have that much money. 4.5 million, which is better, $500,000 better than he is getting at Alabama. And let's see how it goes. All right, perfect. Okay, so I'm really hoping that this video is going to help you to select your future coaches. You know, obviously for your offensive coordinator, you will only need a coach offense and the preparation. If this part of the strategy you are thinking in doing it yourself, you don't need to worry about. Okay, now we have counter strategy here. So if you are gonna let the coordinators who handle this, you have to make sure that your preparation, wrong tab, that the preparation for your coaches is quite high. And if you are planning to do it yourself, then don't bother very much. So you can basically leave all the preparation to John Klein and he won't disappoint you. You know, just to put an example. Defensive coordinators, obviously it's going to be coach defense and then preparation, whether or not you are going to use it. And then, yeah, we did talk about all the rest. If you have any further questions, just please give me a shout. You can find me on Slack in the League channel, or you can just ask a comment, ask the question in the comments in the video. Okay, as usual, just like and subscribe. That will help me to bring more videos to the channel and to continue teaching you or explaining to you what I do with my always State Cyclones. Okay, so I make sure that I export and it's sure that I save as well. In this stage, we can target transfers as well, but that's something that I will go into in a different video. So we go here and we click on transfers. You can see this is all the transfers that are going through the league. 19 pages, a lot of people transferring. So we are gonna have a word and we are gonna have a look to who we want and who do we think can take us at the next level in the following video. Okay guys, so thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.